Welcome to our Bible Stories channel. Please subscribe and like us for daily updates. The first story is the promise of Isaac. When Abram was 99 years old, the Lord said to him, "You'll be the father of many nations, and some of your descendants will be kings. Therefore I'm changing your name to Abraham, which means the father of many nations. I will be with you, and I will give this land to you and your descendants. As a sign of these promises, you are to circumcise all the men." Then the Lord said to him, "From now on your wife will be called Sarah. I will bless her, and she'll bear you a son." Abraham laughed and said, "How is it possible for a man who is 100 years old and a woman who is 90 years old to have a child? Perhaps Ishmael could inherit all your promises to me." God said, "No, Sarah will have a son, and you'll call his name Isaac. I'll give my promises to him and his descendants, and I'll be their God. And the whole earth will be blessed because of them. But I will bless Ishmael as well. I will also make a great nation of him. 12 tribes will come from him." Sometime later, Abraham was sitting at the door of his tent. Suddenly he noticed 3 men standing nearby, and realized that one of them was the Lord. He rushed over to them and said, "Sirs, please come sit under this tree. I'll give you some water so you can wash your feet. Then you rest while I prepare a meal. After you have eaten, you may continue on your way." They said, "Yes, we'll stay for a while." Abraham rushed into the tent and told Sarah to make some bread for his guests. He then went to the field and selected a choice calf and gave it to his servants so they could use it to prepare a meal. As soon as the food was ready, Abraham served it to his guests and then stood back and watched them eat. As they ate, the Lord said to Abraham, "Where's Sarah, your wife?" "She's in the tent." The Lord said, "I'll come back in about a year. At that time Sarah will have given birth to a son." Sarah was listening to this from inside the tent. She was 90 years old, so she laughed inside herself when she heard that she was going to give birth to a son. She said, "That's impossible. I'm too old to give birth to a child." The Lord asked Abraham, "Why did Sarah laugh? Is anything too hard for the Lord? I will come back, and she will have given birth to a child." When Sarah heard this, she ran out and said, "Lord, I didn't laugh." "Ah, but you did laugh." Soon Sarah found that she was expecting a child. The next story is bargaining with God. Abraham had 3 guests. One of them was the Lord. He served them a meal under the shade of a tree. Afterwards they got up and started walking toward Sodom. Abraham walked with them for a short distance. Suddenly, the Lord stopped and said to the others, "I'm going to tell Abraham what I'm about to do. After all, he'll become a great and powerful nation. All the nations on earth will be blessed through him. I know he'll teach his children to honor God and do right." Turning to Abraham, the Lord said, "The sin of Sodom and Gomorrah is great. I hear the cries of their victims constantly. I'm going to the city to see it for myself. If I find that it's true, I'll destroy them." As Abraham and the Lord continued to talk, the other 2 men left them and walked toward Sodom. Abraham said, "Is it true that you would actually sweep away the righteous along with the wicked? Let's say there are 50 righteous people in the city. Would you actually destroy the place, knowing that you're killing those righteous people right along with the wicked? I don't believe you'd do that. The judge of all the earth is always just." The Lord said, "If I find 50 righteous people in Sodom, then for their sakes I won't destroy the city." Abraham said, "I realize now that I shouldn't have been so fast to talk to you that way. I'm nothing but dust along the road. But let's say the city lacks just 5 people to make up the 50 you're looking for. Are you going to destroy the whole city just because they're missing 5 righteous people?" The Lord said, "I won't destroy the city if I find 45 righteous people there." "Oh Lord, could we make that 40 righteous people?" "I won't destroy the place if I find 40 righteous people there." "Lord, don't be angry with me for speaking up again. What would you do if you found only 30 righteous people there?" "I won't destroy the place if I find 30 righteous people there." "Lord, Since I have already been so bold to talk to you about this, could we make that 20 righteous people? I won't destroy the place if I find 20 righteous people there. Oh Lord, please don't be angry with me. I promise this is the last time I'll talk to you about this. What would you do if you found only 10 righteous people there? I won't destroy the place if I find 10 righteous people there. With that, the conversation was over. The Lord left, and Abraham returned to his tent. The next story is Sodom and Gomorrah. In the early evening, 2 angels entered Sodom. They found Lot sitting at the city gate. As soon as he saw them, he went and bowed before them. He said, "I'm your humble servant. Please come to my house so I can make you comfortable. I'll wash your feet and give you a place to spend the night. Then I'll wake you up early so you can be on your way." They said, "No, we'll just spend the night here in the town square." "Oh no, my lords, you must come with me right now. Please follow me." He led them to his house, and his family prepared a meal for them. As they were preparing for bed, a mob gathered outside. It was all the men of the city, both young and old. They surrounded the house and yelled, "Lot, give us those men who are in your house. Send them out so we can have sex with them." Lot stepped outside and closed the door behind him. He said, "Please, my brothers, don't do this wickedness. These men are guests in my house. Instead of these men, take my 2 daughters, they're virgins. Do what you want with them, but don't touch these men." The mob got angry. "Get out of the way. Who do you think you are, our judge? You're not even one of us." With that, they pushed him aside and started to break down the door. The angels opened the door, grabbed Lot, pulled him inside, and slammed the door. They then caused all the men outside to go blind. The crowd dispersed as they tried to find their way. The angels turned to Lot. "We're here to destroy this city. The voices of its victims are yelling into the ears of God. Quick, go get any relatives you have who are living in the city, sons, daughters, sons-in-law, anyone who belongs to you. Get them and leave this city." Lot rushed to the home of his future sons-in-law. "Wake up, come with me. We have to get out of the city. The Lord is about to destroy it." But they ignored him because they thought he was joking. Lot had still not left the city in the morning as the sun was coming up. The angels yelled, "Hurry! You and your family get out of here. You're about to be killed in the judgment." Still, they took their time getting ready to leave. With that, the Lord showed compassion on them. The angels physically grabbed Lot, his wife and daughters, and rushed them out of the city. Once there, the angels said, "Run for your lives, don't look back. Don't stop until you're in the mountains." Lot said, "Oh Lord, you've been merciful to me, but I can't make it to the mountain. Please, there's a small town nearby. Let me go there." The angel said, "Go there and I'll hold the judgment away from that town. But hurry, I can't do anything until you're safe." The Lord was showing mercy to Lot because of Abraham. Unfortunately, Lot's wife looked back toward the city as they were running away, so she became a pillar of salt. The sun was fully up when Lot reached the little town. As soon as he was inside, the Lord brought down fire from heaven and destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, and all the other cities in the valley, except for that one little town. Abraham went out to the spot where God had talked with him. He looked in the direction of Sodom, but all he saw was smoke rising into the sky. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to support us.